You think you've seen architecture, skyscrapers, glass towers, luxury villas, Instagrammable cafes. But what if I told you you've never actually seen real architecture? Not the kind that shaped empires, not the kind that controlled emotions, not the kind that decided who had power and who didn't. Because real architecture wasn't just built to look good, it was built to control history. Today, I'll prove it, using 3 moments in history that changed the world. Keycap 1. Architecture as power. Ancient Rome. When you look at the Colosseum, you probably see an ancient stadium. But in 80 AD, when Emperor Titus inaugurated it, this wasn't just entertainment. It was psychological warfare. The Colosseum could hold over 50,000 people. Imagine that. In a world without microphones, without screens, without modern engineering. Rome didn't just want to entertain its citizens. It wanted to remind them, we control life, we control death, and we control you. The massive arches, they weren't just structural. They symbolized Roman order. The height, it dwarfed the individual. The spectacles, they distracted the public from political problems. After the Great Fire of Rome in 64 AD, emperors needed legitimacy. Architecture became their PR machine. That's real architecture, not decoration domination. Keycap 2. Architecture as fear. Gothic cathedrals. Now, fast forward to medieval Europe. When people first saw Notre Dame Cathedral, completed in the 14th century, they didn't think, wow, nice design. They felt small, tiny, insignificant. That was intentional. Gothic architecture introduced flying buttresses, ribbed vaults, and stained glass windows that flooded interiors with divine light. But structurally, this wasn't just innovation. It was emotional engineering. Medieval Europe was deeply religious. The church needed authority. So what did they do? They built structures so tall that villagers believed only God could inspire such design. After the Black Death in the 1300s, which killed nearly a third of Europe, people were desperate for hope and answers. Cathedrals became symbols of divine order in a chaotic world. Height equals heaven. Light equals salvation. Stone equals eternity. The building wasn't just a place of worship. It was a physical argument for God's supremacy. That's real architecture. Emotion built in stone. Keycap 3. Architecture as identity. The Taj Mahal. Now let's move to the 17th century. When Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan commissioned the Taj Mahal in 1632, it wasn't just for love. Yes, it was built in memory of his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. But politically, it was genius. The Mughal Empire was one of the richest in the world at the time. The Taj Mahal wasn't just a tomb. It was a statement. We have wealth. We have symmetry. We have divine approval. The perfect proportions. The white marble that changes color with the sun. The flawless symmetry representing paradise in Islamic cosmology. It blended Persian, Islamic, and Indian architectural traditions, visually uniting a diverse empire under one aesthetic language. Architecture here wasn't just romantic. It was imperial branding. So what is real architecture? Real architecture isn't just buildings. It's ideology in concrete. It's power in stone. It's belief system in physical form. Modern architecture often focuses on efficiency. Glass boxes, steel frames, minimalism. Functional? Yes. But compare a random office tower to the Colosseum. Compare a shopping mall to Notre Dame. Compare a luxury apartment to the Taj Mahal. Which one feels like it could change history? Architecture used to shape civilizations. It influenced how people saw God, how they saw rulers, how they saw themselves. The shift. Industrial Revolution. After the Industrial Revolution, speed replaced symbolism. Steel and reinforced concrete allowed cities to grow fast. Skyscrapers became economic tools rather than spiritual statements. Buildings became products. And somewhere along the way, architecture stopped trying to make you feel eternal and started trying to make you sign a lease. That's why many modern cities feel efficient, but not meaningful. So when I say you've never actually seen real architecture, I don't mean you haven't seen buildings. I mean you haven't experienced architecture that was built to control civilizations. Because real architecture doesn't just protect you from rain. It makes you feel small, or powerful, or terrified, or united. It shapes how you understand the world. The Colosseum controlled crowds. Notre Dame controlled belief. The Taj Mahal controlled legacy. That's real architecture. And the next time you walk past a building, ask yourself, is this just a structure? Or is it trying to shape how I think? Because if history teaches us anything, walls don't just hold roofs. They hold power.